Good morning. You know what's with me in this throat, but good morning, family. Got my mug. I'm ready. You know what time it is. So, got something to tell you. Remember I told you I was looking forward to going out with my girlfriends. One sip, one sip. I was going out with my girlfriends, and I told you that, right? So I was so excited. And some of y'all probably thought, oh, she must be going to a club or something. No. Y'all remember, I'm thick. Okay? So I don't do the club thing. But we went to, okay, I'm almost ashamed to tell you where we went because I don't want you to judge me because I was so excited. But you know what? It is what it is. But we got together this weekend and we went to this buffet. Ciao. Ooh. It was good. I ain't gonna lie. It was good. It was good. It's the Amish part of Pennsylvania, and oh my goodness, it was delicious. I ate till, you know what? You know when you eat so much that you just want to stretch out on the floor? That was it. I know that's real thick of me, but that's the truth. We all were sitting at the table and we were eating, and then you could see the food coma slowly coming glazing across our eyes. Everybody's looking at each other like, what happened? What happened? Oh, the food was delicious. The company was good. It's always good to get together. And the ladies who I went with, they were my co-workers, but I'm telling you, they're family. You know, when everybody can sit at a table and you're just talking and you're like, oh, let me taste that over there. You're family. When you tasting off of somebody else's plate, you family, or you about to get stabbed, one of them, but you probably family. And that's how I felt with these ladies. We were family. They had the baby, the grandbabies, and I'm just loving on everybody. So it was a really good time. I was just glad to get out to see them, and we talked, and you know, it's just encouraging because sometimes you don't get to do that anymore. And I keep telling you, it's the little things that you have to do that makes you appreciate it. You know, we can talk and text and do all that, but we don't have that connection, that touching, and that's important. You need to be touched, and I don't mean in a pedophilish kind of way. I made that word up, pedophile-ish kind of way. But anyway, you know what I mean? You don't need to, it doesn't have to be a sexual kind of thing, but you just need that human contact. You need somebody sometimes just to hug you and say, you know, I love you. I'm here for you. I got that kind of love, and I was able to give that kind of love where I could just hug and say, I love you. I'm so glad to see you, and really mean it from my heart, because I did. I was really happy. So we just ate, had a good old time, and you know, it was just fun. It was fun, and I would say if you could get out and just do that, do it. Do it. Don't worry about those calories, and don't worry about you getting fat. Stop that. Because you know what? I am thinking, I said, the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight. And then I'm thinking, you know, one of the ladies I was talking to, she lost a lot of weight, and she did it by walking. And you know, she wasn't really exercising, just kind of cut her portions down, and she was walking. So she really lost a good bit of weight. She looked good. Now to me, she looked good, but to her friends, when they saw her, because they hadn't seen her for a while, when they saw her, they were like, oh, you all right? You know, she's sick because you're older. So when you lose a lot of weight and you're older, then people don't look at you as you look really good and healthy. They look, oh, she must be sick. She got that thing. You know, it's that kind of thing. So you still got to be careful. And I'm not making an excuse to be fat. No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, you got to enjoy your life, and you can't focus so much on that, because when you get older, some of that is not going away. Some of that you kind of need. You need a little cushion. So, you know, I got a lot of cushion, but I can stand to lose a pound or 2 or 3 or 4. But, you know, I'm gonna do it in time. I'm watching what I'm doing, and I feel a lot better because a lot of weight really isn't good for you because it does slow you down. But I don't want to focus on that. I don't want that to just be my goal in life, that I'm watching what I eat, because you know how much good food I'm missing out on because I'm watching my pounds. No, I'm not doing that. No. So anyway, that was my weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. I really do. It was nice. It rained like crazy on Saturday. Oh my goodness, it was pouring. But like I said, when you're with good family and friends, it's all right. It's all right. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It's all right. So I did that. Went to church on Sunday. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I could act just like I have ADHD, seriously. Because sometimes I'm just so hype, I'm not paying attention to anything. And that's how I was Sunday. So I went to church and I was just all over the place, playing with the babies and just running around and doing stuff. Didn't even really hear the word. I know I need to sit down somewhere. I know this. I understand. But that's what happened to me. Occasionally, it happens. It happens. I'm honest about it. It happens. But I had a good time. I still had a really good weekend. So I can't tell you about that because I didn't really hear it. But I am moving forward, and I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. God's will, I will talk to you tomorrow. Of course, I have a quote for you. So the quote for today is, I always think about quotes, and I always think about where I am mentally, what's going on, and why I pick a quote. And I pick a quote normally, it's based upon how I feel, honestly. But sometimes I think about you, and I think about maybe how you might feel. And even though this conversation is sort of one-sided because I don't really hear what you say, but what you can do is leave me a comment, and then maybe we can talk about some things if you want to do that. And I will give you my opinion, but for whatever it's worth, I'll give it to you. But we could do that. But the quote for today, it says, when looking back doesn't interest you anymore, you're doing something right. See, I know that got you, did it? I'm reading again. When looking back doesn't interest you anymore, you're doing something right. I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Because when you spend so much time thinking about what happened and back in the day and all of this stuff, you don't move forward. It's like you're always driving in reverse. So you can't go forward with that. But when it's no longer interesting, you're doing the right thing. When you start thinking about your future and you start thinking about what's going on now and what you can do later, you're going in the right direction. And that's the direction hopefully I'm going in, because I don't think so much about the past anymore and what's happened. I got to move forward, and I'm the kind of person, I was kind of stuck on, well, like I said, empty nester thing. So you kind of think, well, I'm going to be by myself, and my babies are going to school, and what am I going to do? Woe is me. Stop that. Move forward. Or I would think about when they were little, and I used to do this when they were little, and they're not little anymore. Forward. So that's where I am. And I'm not saying you will never think about what's going on or what has happened in the past. No, it's just you don't want to stay there. You don't want to stay there. You have to move forward. That's why your feet go this way and not that way. They go this way, forward. God made us to go forward. So, and that's how we have to be. So, I'm good. You're good. Let's be good together. Like, subscribe. Tell somebody about our relationship. Tell them. Have a wonderful day. I loop to you. And I will see you tomorrow, God's will.